Hey everyone, what's up? This is Tris, and I'm excited that you're here today. In this video, we'll be diving into the fascinating world of global politics and exploring two prominent organizations, NATO, the military alliance, and the Quad, which has recently been in the spotlight. Our goal is to provide you with a clear and accessible understanding of the global trends shaping our world. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you find this video interesting, don't hesitate to show some love by hitting that like button. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia has shed light on the confrontational dynamics between the capitalist West and the socialist East. What will be the impact on the global balance of power once the war in Ukraine concludes? This topic has captured the attention of people worldwide. However, it seems that the influence of the Eastern faction, centered around Russia and China, is gradually diminishing, contrary to expectations. The invasion of Ukraine has indeed dealt a significant blow to the Eastern faction, but that's not the only reason for their declining power. The Western faction, responding to the actions of a weakened China and Russia, is effectively encircling the Eastern faction. But let's dive into the details. Prior to and immediately after the COVID-19 pandemic, the Eastern faction's influence continued to grow. Russia, with its abundant resources and military power, established itself as a major player in the East. Meanwhile, China experienced rapid economic growth during the global economic downturn, positioning itself as an economic powerhouse. Many believed that China would eventually surpass the United States in terms of economic prowess. Additionally, China's swift implementation of containment measures during the pandemic, such as the Zero Corona measure, garnered international attention and temporary success. However, the momentum of the Eastern faction has recently begun to wane. What caused this shift? Let's start with Russia. Initially, experts believed it was only a matter of time before Russia would capture the Ukrainian capital. Yet, the Ukrainian army displayed unexpected resilience. This resilience suggests that if the Russian army is repelled from the vicinity of the capital, the war could become protracted. Such a situation would allow Ukraine to maintain an advantage in various battles. Furthermore, reports of the Russian military's brutal actions spread worldwide, leading to intensified scrutiny from the international community. As condemnation grew stronger, taking radical action became increasingly challenging for Russia. Economic sanctions imposed by major countries, including import-export bans and exclusion from financial networks, further isolated Russia economically. If the war continues and economic isolation persists, Russia's economy will inevitably collapse. This situation has shattered Russia's image as a military superpower, exposing their true military capabilities and revealing their inability to win the war. Now, let's shift our focus to China. China's implementation of the Zero Corona measures in 2020 successfully curbed the outbreak within its borders. Initially, China proudly showcased its achievements on the global stage. However, things started to change around the summer of 2021 with the emergence of the Delta variant. The limitations of the Zero Corona measures became evident worldwide. In March 2022, a major blow hit the Chinese economy when the coronavirus infection broke out in Shanghai, the economic center. To contain the outbreak, a lockdown was imposed on Shanghai starting from March 28. However, the complete blockade of the largest city had significant repercussions not only on China's economy, but also on the global economy. The impact reached countries like Japan, affecting the supply of parts and leading to a decrease in global production volume. As a result of the economic repercussions and efforts to control the virus, the lockdown in Shanghai was lifted in June. These developments have presented obstacles to the policies pursued by both Russia and China, causing a decline in their previous momentum. The image they projected to the world as formidable powers has been undermined, and their unexpected weaknesses have been exposed. In response, the capitalist Western camp has become more proactive, while the conflict between Russian and Ukrainian forces continues. There are no signs of China entering the war or strengthening cohesion within the Eastern faction. Under these circumstances, the United States and the United Kingdom are providing strong military support to Ukraine and working to enhance the unity of capitalist democracies. This is evident in the unprecedented cohesion within NATO, the Western military alliance. NATO, originally formed by the United States and the United Kingdom after World War II, to counter the Soviet Union, experienced a decline in unity as the Cold War ended and the world moved towards peace. However, the situation is changing. The Western camp, concerned about the developments in Ukraine, has once again united and stands firmly against Russia. An important indicator of this unity is the applications for NATO membership from previously neutral countries like Finland and Sweden. These countries traditionally maintained their neutrality for centuries, but now they are considering joining NATO, signaling a clear shift in Europe. Russia's initial motive for invading Ukraine was to prevent NATO expansion. And with Europe becoming more united and NATO expanding, Putin's plans have backfired, putting Russia in a precarious position. However, there are also concerns that NATO's efforts to encircle Russia from the West may ignite a new source of conflict. So what lies ahead? Will the situation escalate or stabilize in the fight over Ukraine? This question is incredibly interesting and important. It's crucial for each of us to stay informed and gain a broader understanding of the world. It's not just about NATO. The Western Bloc's actions extend beyond that. Let's shift our attention to Asia and examine the conflict dynamics between the West and the East from a different perspective. In Asia, the United States and Japan are actively bolstering the Quad, not simply a military alliance, but a strategic partnership. The Quad, or Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, includes Japan, the United States, Australia, and India, focusing not only on security issues, but also on economic cooperation, technological collaboration, and diplomatic alignment. The Quad consists of Japan, the United States, Australia, and India. These four countries, located around the Indian and Pacific Oceans, share common values such as freedom and democracy. Initially brought to prominence by former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of Japan, this strategy was not aimed to counter China's rapid growth through collaboration with economically strong nations, but rather to promote democratic values and ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific. Today, the Quad has become significant not only for Japan, but also for the United States, gaining strength and exerting pressure on China. A summit meeting of the Quad was held in Tokyo on May 24, 2022, where security issues including China's expansion of power in the Indo-Pacific region were discussed. China strongly opposes these developments initiated by the United States and Japan, and considers the Quad a political project led by the United States. China fears that the Quad will become the Asian equivalent of NATO. However, changes are also occurring within China. While China and Russia previously conducted joint military exercises to showcase their influence, the realistic scenario of joint exercises involving Japan, the United States, and Australia would reveal the disparities in strength. With Russia heavily involved in Ukraine, it's highly unlikely that China and Russia combined could overpower Japan, the United States, and Australia. Faced with this reality, a growing momentum is emerging within China to seek a more peaceful solution. The influence of China's Xi Jinping, who projected a strong image, is gradually receding. China is slowly realizing that being surrounded by the Quad could jeopardize its own survival. In the future, China may advocate for reconciliation in Asia, leading to cooperative efforts between Japan and other countries. These shifting dynamics between the Eastern and Western camps, along with the growing unity within the Western camp, have a significant impact on the global situation, the economy, and our lives. The world is changing rapidly, and it's crucial for each of us to stay informed and gain a broader understanding of these developments. What are your thoughts on these geopolitical shifts? Do you see any potential solutions or foreseeable consequences? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Your insights and perspectives can help us all gain a deeper understanding of these complex issues. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. As always, take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.